Welcome to week 3. This week is solely devoted to writing your very first paper for this class. You will be writing a position paper, and in this lecture, we will be going over the slideshow that is embedded in the modules this week. I'm going to open up the slideshow now, and you will be able to see that it is a position paper, also known as essay number 1. In the slideshow, we will be looking at the premise. We are all born with a set of ideals and values. This is something we've talked about for the last couple of weeks. And this is your first opportunity to have a position and to tell me how you got there. So in this paper, you're going to choose a topic from these slides here. And if you have a unique topic, you can always send that to me via email and I'll approve it. You just have to make sure it gets approved 1 week before the due date. You will need to also have several sources. So I need you to have 2 pages, and then a third page is the works cited page. You will have 2 outside sources. So instead of Google, think Google Scholar or academic databases at the library, or they can be books that you've read. So this requirement is also your first taste of doing in-text citations. And if that's new for you, make sure you check out the video tutorials in the databases at the beginning of the class. There's really great videos from both Khan Academy and from the Purdue OWL that talks to you about in-text citation. So the premise, again, is you are going to choose a topic. You can't be on the fence. You have to definitely decide one way or the other. Then using your citations, you will then defend that position. So for instance, if you were to do something as casual as what is your favorite flavor of ice cream, maybe it comes down to taste, to texture, and maybe availability. Or maybe it's tied to a memory or an upbringing or a tradition that's favorite, right? You're not just going to give me 2 pages about why Rocky Road's amazing. You're going to tell me about the texture of Rocky Road and the chocolate that's the base and the fact that it was your grandma's favorite and she gave it to you every Friday when you visited. Then you have in-text citations that will then speak to it as far as like, here's a study about how people prefer texture in their ice creams because of the different cognitive feedback it gives them or whatever, right? Or you have a source that's embedded in the anecdote paragraph about your grandma when it talks about how taste can be linked to memories. And these are the 2 different ways here on this slide that I expect to see in-text citation. You can do both of them. You can do one over the other, but there are 2 ways in which I need to see it. So if you do a summary, like I read this article and I'm just going to tell you the general gist, you're going to give me a summary of it. And I need to know the who, the author. So you either can do it by leading into the summary, or you can include it at the end in parentheses. Those are called parenthetical citations. So if I did this one about sea turtles, according to Phillips, several turtle species have gone extinct since 2011. The who is Phillips, and I already led into the summary with his last name. Or I can just state the summary that I found and then just give me his last name. Several turtle species have gone extinct in 2011. Phillips, and then the final period goes after your citation. If you want to use a direct quote, again, you're only copy and pasting direct quotes when you have specific data. So not just copy and pasting anything that sounds good, because you could probably put that in your own words in a summary. You give direct quotes when it's statistics, when there's numbers and dates involved. So you need to know the who and the where. The where is only important if it comes from a book or a PDF that has page numbers, because I want to know out of 400 pages where this quote takes place, right? According to Phillips, and then quote, so there's my who, 97% of turtles die within the first year. 21, that's page 21. Final period. Or again, if I want to put it all in parenthetical citations, studies have shown that, quote, 97% of turtles die within the first year. Phillips, 21. So this slide is just a quick review. Maybe you've already done this in your English 1A or 1B class. Maybe you did this in high school, but it is just a reminder of where citations show up in your text. These are the sample topics that you can choose from. Again, if none of these suit you, please submit a unique topic at least 7 days prior to the due date. All deviations from this list must be approved, and I take that seriously. So please, please make sure that you are having that be approved. Okay, the first one, what is more beneficial in life, book smart or street smart? Some entertainers and athletes earn millions in salaries. And do you think that these individuals deserve such astronomical salaries? Discuss your views on ethics of genetic engineering. Is homeschooling a better option than traditional schooling? Or write about the impact of music on our mood. Do you think that music can change us from a good mood to a bad mood or vice versa? And why is that? So there's a wide range here. There's everything from personal and casual to things to have to do with engineering and education and just life. So look at these topics. And again, if none of them suit you, that's fine. Just email me a week prior. So it's important that you go through those slides and start to craft an outline for your essay. There is no rough draft, so you are just turning in a final draft. Look ahead at the essay submission because the rubric is already posted, what I'm looking for. So make sure you take a look at that. Now, it's important also that you email me with any questions at all. I'm here for you Monday through Friday until 9 p.m. via email. So make sure you are doing that at your leisure, and I look forward to seeing what you all have to say in your essays. Thanks for watching.